The following was from the Rug Hook Museum that we visited while in Cape Breton. It's in ChetiCamp. And so I'll just read a little bit from the website while you're looking at some of the moving images there. Museum of Rugged Hook and Home Life. You can find this webpage at letroispignon.com, letroispignon.com. Visit our museum, it says, featuring Elizabeth Lefort Gallery and the Marguerite Gallant Collection. The museum showcases hundreds of antiquities reflecting daily life during the settlement of ChetiCamp. Prominent in the exhibits are examples of tools and demonstrations of techniques used by world-renowned ChetiCamp rug hookers. I'll just read a little bit of the history of Elizabeth Lefort and Marguerite Gallant. Elizabeth Lefort, born in 1914, Elizabeth Lefort learned to hook rugs at a very young age. In her early 20s, she was already hooking landscapes based on photos or illustrations that appealed to her. One of her pieces, made as a gift for her sister, featured a barnyard scene in 28 shades of brown. This tapestry was so fine that it caught the attention of gift shop owner Kenneth Hansford, who promptly offered to buy all of Elizabeth's future work. Each summer, Elizabeth Lefort worked for Mr. Hansford, demonstrating rug making in his craft store in Marjorie Harbor. She made hundreds of tapestries in a large variety of subjects, including pastoral scenes, birds, animals, and floral motifs. Elizabeth was so skillful at reproducing photographs that she began to create portraits in wool. Her portrait of American President Dwight Eisenhower was presented to him at the White House in 1957. I'll read a little bit about Marguerite Gallant as well, who would be a relative of mine specifically. Marguerite Gallant was a native of ChetiCamp with a profound love of collecting. She worked in Pennsylvania for many years as a maid for the Edward Cahill family. It is said that she learned the value of collecting from Mr. Cahill, who was an ardent collector. When she returned to ChetiCamp in 1938, Marguerite moved into a tiny house which she filled with objects of all kinds. As Marguerite's reputation for collecting spread to the community, people brought objects to her rather than let them be thrown away. After Marguerite's death, La Société Saint-Pierre became custodians of the collection and moved it to Letroispignon. Thanks to this incurable collector, many valuable artifacts from ChetiCamp's history have been preserved. And that's really what you're seeing in all these initial videos here of the tables and the axes and such. And so that's what she provided to the museum. The center, Letroispignon, is also a genealogy center. The Père Charles Aucoin Genealogy Center. When Father Charles Aucoin, 1911 to 1999, retired from his priestly duties in 1973, the beneficiary of his retirement was the village of ChetiCamp. For the next quarter of a century, the ChetiCamp native threw himself into a labor of love. His name has become synonymous with the resurrection of La Société Saint-Pierre and the founding of the Voluntary Department of History and Genealogy at Letroispignon. Father Aucoin undertook the laborious task of transcribing by hand all the old church records from 200 years of Acadian settlement in northern Inverness County. Father Aucoin prepared more than 100,000 personal file cards. He also wrote a number of articles on Acadian life and history.
This was made by 9/11 1936.
the Hooked Rug Museum and all the rugs that you're seeing here. This museum is open May to October from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and by appointment otherwise. They welcome group tours, and you can check them out on their website. Just just Google Hooked Rug Museum, ChetiCamp.